Big story that we are breaking today, and this has got to do with the rumblings in the Congress party, and this now over the documentary on Prime Minister Modi. It's singeing the Congress in Kerala. A.K. Antony's son has quit over the BBC film. Antony's son has slammed the BBC documentary, says he got hate messages. BBC has history of prejudices is what Anil Antony, the son of A.K. Antony, had said. Faced hate, abuse for slamming the BBC. Was abused in spite of trek of love, referring to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Congress is full of psychophants and chamchas, is what he has said. Launching a scathing attack on Rahul Gandhi. This is Anil K. Antony, son of senior leader of the Congress party. A.K. Antony quitting the Congress party. Anil K. Antony, the son of A.K. Antony, has said that he has resigned from his role in INC India and INC Kerala, which is why, because of intolerant calls to retract a tweet by those fighting for free speech. He says, I refused. Facebook wall of hate abuses by one supporting a trek to promote love. Hypocrisy, thy name is. Life goes on. This is what he said below in his resignation letter that he put out. Listening to Mr. Anil Antony, who spoke to India Today earlier.
Anil, that was a very strong tweet that you had put out yesterday, but it was absolutely unexpected that you will be next day, within hours, putting a resignation letter. What happened?
See, there is nothing unexpected or something which is very drastic about it. Yesterday I had made a tweet which was done with the best of my intentions and with my conscience in the clear, where I had said something which is very clearly, and that is like, despite having a lot of political differences with the BJP, I do think that when it comes to certain matters of national interest, especially when it comes to issues where the core interest of our country, including our sovereignty, is concerned, we shouldn't compromise that for politics. That was a very simple, generic tweet that I have made in the morning, and I still stand by that. But then the backlash I faced from some in the party, especially those in Kerala, like, I found it to be a little sad as well as a little discouraging, where end of the day, initially there were a few calls from, I wouldn't like to name anybody at this moment, but maybe at a later point I will speak about it. But there were a lot of pressure from here as well as in the state.
Right, so in that sense, with Anil Antony resigning, it's embarrassment for the Congress party, given that he said that there were calls made to him, asking him to withdraw that tweet that he had put out, criticizing the BBC, given that the opposition has gone all guns blazing against the current BJP-led government, against the Prime Minister, after that documentary was put out by the BBC. However, Anil Antony says that he was asked to, pressurized rather, to retract that, and he did not do so. Remember, this is the son of a very senior Congress leader, A.K. Antony, who essentially has been one of the closest aides, in fact, of Sonia Gandhi. Also considered an important troubleshooter within the Congress party. A very senior leader, A.K. Antony, his son, Anil Antony, who was a member of the Congress party, has resigned. And he's also been critical of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. He says, in spite of the trek, referring to the Yatra, there is so much hate in the sense that there is intolerance, is what Antony has said in his tweet and also in his letter which he's put out, saying that he's resigned from the membership of the Congress party. Abused in spite of the trek of love, referring to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Congress is full of sycophants and chamchas, is what Anil Antony has said, launching a scathing attack on Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. In his letter, he says, considering the events of yesterday, I believe it would be appropriate for me to leave all my roles in the Congress as the convener of KPCC Digital Media, as the National Coordinator of AICC Social Media, and Digital Communication Cell. Kindly consider this as my resignation letter, is what he said. I would prefer to continue with my professional endeavors with being fed this negativity. Senior leader of the Congress, of the BJP, in fact, Tom Vadakan, who was for ages with the Congress party, also happens to be from Kerala, is joining us. Mr. Vadakan, you have a senior leader's son who is critical of chamchas and sycophants within the Congress. He says, in spite of the trek of love, I only got hate and there is intolerance. Mr. Anil Antony has quit the Congress today. How do you respond to what has happened?
I've known Anil for years together, and he's a person of independent thinking. If he is feeling suffocated, it's a very sad situation. The writing is on the wall. I mean, dissent is something which is, I think, part of democracy. If they are not able to accept it or see it, well, there is a problem. And this erosion will occur, and this is not just happening once in a blue moon. This has been a regular occurrence in the Congress party. And I think Anil has taken a view which, in his wisdom, he feels suffocated in that party, and he has taken a view. And then there is, he mentions about the hate that is being pushed out against him. These are situations that no person who is voluntarily working for the party. I worked for that party for 30 years, and I know that when the issue about the army's attack on Pakistan, and these questions were raised, and questions were raised about the Indian army, I stepped out. No self-respecting person can take the position of any party which talks the enemy's language. It's unfortunate for a nationalist, for a person who believes that country first, and when the matter has been settled in the Supreme Court, the highest judicial body in this country, what is BBC peddling? I mean, they're peddling some kind of a propaganda. If any right-thinking person takes a position, and he has a full right in this democratic setup to take a view, and I feel that young Anil has taken a position on this issue, and I wish him well in whatever venture he decides to take on.
Because you're from Kerala, Mr. Vadakan, I want to ask you, is there any question of Anil Antony joining the BJP? Is there any buzz? If you could give us a sense of that also.
I'm in no position to, I'm speaking not as a spokesman of the BJP, as a friend of Anil. I've known him for years together. This is at a personal level that I'm speaking. Well, the party, each party will decide on what any person brings on the table. So it is for the party to decide. If Congress party does not deem him fit, this is democracy. Everybody has a right to join any party or take a position which he thinks is appropriate.